Chances are, if you're watching this, you've been approached about a new opportunity with vector marketing, or maybe it's something else, some new thing you're considering trying, and you're excited about it, but after telling your parents, they don't share that same enthusiasm, which puts you in a tough spot because here you are with something you're excited about, a new opportunity, but you don't want to go against your parents and start an argument. If you live under my roof, you'll follow my rules. Here's some perspective to consider as you navigate through this scenario. When it comes to starting anything new, many people you know and trust look for evidence of success, or they project their opinion based on the limited knowledge they have on the subject. But the reality is, if you've never tried something, how do you know if you'll be good at it or not? How do they know if you'll be good at it or not? What I've found is that when you're young, that's the time in life to try all the things. See what you like, what you don't like, what you're good at, what you never want to try again. Sounds simple, but it's actually difficult to do new things. Why? Because it requires courage. You have to have courage to get started because there's so many unfamiliar things, so many unknowns. It's often said that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's being scared and doing it anyways, moving forward despite the challenges that are in front of you. In this video, we talk about how parents usually have some outdated advice when it comes to searching for a new job and how to best approach that situation. With job searching, the interview is a great opportunity for you to get to know the company better, as well as for the company to get to know you, to see if it's a good fit on both sides. There's nothing permanent about a job interview. And even if you get the job and decide it's not for you, there's nothing keeping you tied down. When you tell someone about a new job, especially one that they haven't tried before, they tend to project their own fears of themselves possibly failing at that position onto you.
My dad was telling me not to do it, like it's not real, it's a scam, and everyone was just talking down on me about it, but I wanted to prove them wrong.
So many people doubted me. All my friends were telling me it was a scam. My family telling me, oh, I've heard of this before. And I mean, honestly, myself, I wasn't too confident in it, but I took the risk and it ended up great.
You know what Delina and Tyler both had in common? They were both told no. They both had doubts placed upon them by the people that were closest to them. They also sold 5,700 and 6,800 respectively in their first week and a half. But let me introduce you to another group. They're called heard its. A heard it is someone who has heard things about the position or about the company, but has never actually tried the position themselves. However, they still like to spread misinformation online like this.
Besides going out door to door selling knives, and that's what they're gonna have you do. They're gonna have you selling butcher knives out the trunk of your car.
But they are at least honest in telling you that they didn't even go to the interview to ask questions about the position and get the right information.
However much they pay you, and maybe you get 5% of the sale money. I don't know. I didn't get that far in the process, and that's kind of more, it's not information they openly disclose as how exactly the pay works.
They may have even gone to the training, but confidence requires repetition. Try-its like Delana and Tyler only got to where they are by doing the presentation enough times that they feel confident in the product and, more importantly, in themselves. They were nervous about starting a new position too, and probably just like you, were also nervous about telling their loved ones. Fear is the main reason sales reps almost don't try the position.
I actually did apply to other jobs like CVS and Walgreens, but I decided to give sales a try because, first of all, I knew that if I didn't try, I was going to regret it, and I don't want to live a life where I regret things. That could be a huge opportunity for me, and it allowed me to get out of my comfort zone and just because, like I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty shy, so I wanted to expand on my communication skills, which will be really helpful later on in life.
I almost didn't try out sales with Vector because I didn't think I had what it takes. Made me pretty nervous that I'd have to be meeting new people, trying to sell products I didn't know much about. But a lot of the stuff that you learn solves all of these problems.
I've never done anything even close to sales before, so it's definitely way out of my comfort zone. I'm definitely one of the type of people to just walk by and pretend I didn't see the people trying to sell you stuff at the mall. But I'm super glad that I did decide to try it and stick with it.
That fear doesn't go away by taking yourself out of it. It goes away when you take action. Try-its take action. Heard-its don't. Heard it's had someone they know talk them out of it, or they lacked confidence and they talked themselves out of it. Or sometimes, unfortunately, it's just random people that they listen to on YouTube.
I went online on Twitter. Let me tell y'all something about Twitter. Twitter, if you look up a word or whatever, you gonna find out the real tea on Twitter, because people tweet all the time about anything. So I typed in the company's name and then I put in like Vetco job.
Now, she does say that her dad told her not to do it and that she felt like she was old enough to make her own decisions. But ultimately, she just listened to the people on the internet and let them make the decision for her. And I get it. Not listening to the people closest to you is one of the hardest things ever. If it turns into a huge argument with your parents, we'll let you decide if it's worth it or not. However, if you feel like there's something more here, not just a job where you can have a flexible schedule or get paid well, but a mental hurdle you have to get over to have more confidence in yourself, let me be the first to say, just go for it. See what happens. It'll be nerve-wracking, sure, but have courage.